Okay everyone, so welcome back to the first update of 2017. It's January the 20th, I believe. Oh, January the 21st, just have to check the calendar. So, there's not, as you're probably all aware, there's not been a lot of work done to the layout, because through November and December, because work's been manic. The last real project was the shed and the, if I can zoom in, the buffet car for the ScotRail sleeper that I completely resprayed and that, which I think I've done a video of on before. I can't remember how many videos I've done now. But yeah, so what I've done is on the upper level, I have put droppers in for the bus wire, and I have made a start and ballasting. So it goes right behind that daisy bottle there, behind the tunnel. So it goes from where the bit of paper is, right the way along up to the junction, or the first set of points here and there, with the two drunk railwaymen. So yeah, one thing I have been doing is I've been working on my signals. Now, a couple of you will remember the very first signal I made, if I can get it out of the layout. Come on. So some of you will remember this signal that I made, but since then I have changed the LEDs that I'm using and the way I'm making them. So now I have a signal like that. Now, believe it or not, if I zoom right out, get right in, this has actually got 3 micro LEDs in the back. So 4 wires, 3 micro LEDs. This is a 3-aspect signal. I'm making these, as well as the level crossing heads or barrier lights. So them ones there. Making them as well, and I'm also starting to sell them. I'm only doing small made-to-order quantities, say like 4 or 5 signals at a time. But I'm selling them, so if anyone's interested in buying some, let me know. I can do 2-aspect, 3-aspect, 4-aspect. I can also do a route indicator for them, either a left or a right. I can only do 1 route indicator at the minute. But yeah, the signals are coming along well. I have just bought the some stuff to make SPAD signals, so signal past danger. So that's going to be just like the 3-aspect one. It's going to be exactly the same as this one, except the top and bottom aspects will be the flashing red, and the middle one will be a static red. So yeah, so I'm doing them for a £5 for a 2-aspect, £7.50 for a 3-aspect, £10 for a 4-aspect, plus an additional £2.50 for a route indicator. The crossing heads, £15 for a pair, so for 15 quid you can get that one and that one. They all come painted, they all come wired. They're all common positive, but if you want it common negative, let me know and I can do it. So if you do want some signals, if you message me rather than comment, we can arrange something, and yeah, we can arrange that, how many you want, what types, etc. One other thing I've done is, a couple of you might remember the network rail van that I made, or put a flashing light onto the roof. And that one's just got a button cell battery and a flashing 5mm LED in it. Now I have got a Unimog. Let's try and find somewhere to put it so that you can see clearly. Bear with me just 2 secs, I'm going to adjust the camera. There we go. So I've got the Unimog U400. I can't remember where I got this one off of eBay. It was like 28 quid, so it was expensive. But it's a nice model. It comes with the detachable twin front mower. So you got the main arm mower, and then you also got a verge mower as well. So let's position them out for you. So this one's designed to do barrier, like verge mowing alongside a motorway or dual carriageway or whatever road. But as you can see, there's a printed circuit board in the back there. Now when this model arrived, it had 2 moulded little plastic beacons, one on each side of the cab. Now what I have done is replaced, I snapped them off and replaced them. As you can see, there's a couple of wires actually inside the cab there. There's 2 beacons, or 2 LEDs on the roof. But there is also 2 LEDs in the rear. So if I turn it around carefully, you see just above the rear weight there, them 2 little, or that white rectangle, that's two SMDs. So if I turn the switch on, the battery box, if that will stay still. So the camera's not picking it up overly well, but if I zoom back out, a bit too far out, what I'm going to do is going to dim the lights. So the LEDs I just got from a normal supplier. The battery box and the printed circuit board, which has now got the red and yellow stripes on the back, which aren't very well painted, so I'm going to repaint them. They're from Kite's Lights. This is super flash chip. Turn that off. What you can do is with, if it will focus, with that there, that adjusts the speed of the flash. So if I set it down again and turn it back on, if I come in from the other side so you can see it, so that's up to the maximum. If I slowly start turning it back down, and this is the minimum. So that's the slowest flash it's got. If I show you on the back what I've done, because this gives you the best view of the rear LEDs. So I've alternated so it's the top right, bottom left, and then top left, bottom right. If I speed it back up again, so that eventually will go on the motorway scene that I'm going to be putting up over by the second helix, and up the top above. lights back on, because above on the top level by helix number 1 we are going to be having the tunnel, which I shall put that back in place for it. Tunnel's going to be going there, and from there backwards it's going to be a large hill. I'm going to put another tunnel mouth in next to that against the wall and like black it out a bit so the lorries have somewhere to go. It looks like the lorries are going into and out somewhere. But yeah, that's mostly it for this layout update. Like I said, the main amount of wiring on that is done. I've still got to put a couple more droppers in, but other than that, that's good. One thing I have ordered from Bachmann is some spares for my Class 37, which is the petroleum livery one, which is right there. Because, as a couple of you know, I've done some experimenting with fitting KDs to a Vitrains locomotive. Let's move these carriages out of the way for a sec. So the Vitrains locomotives have got a weird coupling system where, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this very clearly or not. I'll just take the snow ploughs off. Put the snow ploughs down there. So if you can just see, alright, if I zoom back out again, you can just see here by my thumb, it's got a sprung loaded mechanism. So now the coupling, this is the third variation of me fitting a KD, which is what I've done on a little video, the last video I've done. That's turned out not to work out very well. So what I'm going to try and do is, I've ordered 2 sets because I don't know how readily available they're going to be. What I'm going to do is, when the replacement bogie frames for the Bachmann 37 comes, I'll show you on this one. So it's just the bogie frames. These have actually got the coupling in the bogie. So if I turn the bogie, the NEM pocket goes with it. Now I've done some mathematics and a little bit of measuring, and it looks as though the bogie frames for the the Bachmann Class 37 will fit the Vitrains Class 37. So as you can probably guess, what I'm going to say now is I'm going to put the bogie frame, one of them bogie frames, onto that loco, and also onto that loco. But what I might need to do is cut down the original bogie frames on these ones and just put the outer assembly on. So I don't know, it's going to be very, very complicated. Once I have mastered the art of it, I am going to be doing a video on it. So anyone with a Vitrains Class 37, watch this space. So I've got a little bit of footage from when my mate John came round the other night. So I'll leave you with that. So see you again soon, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.